Ahoy there, sailors! How many of you love to travel the world? Where do you like to go? Maybe you like to go to a cabin in the woods or in the mountains, or maybe you like to go to the beach, or maybe an amusement park, or maybe somewhere else. But this summer, it's going to be a little bit tougher to travel. I love traveling and I love to travel all over the world, but this summer, I won't get to travel as much as I usually do. So I thought today I'd come to you and I'd teach you some things about the world, and I'd give you some ideas of how we can pretend to travel the world. So first of all, I want to show you my map, my globe. There's lots of different ways you can learn about the different countries in the world. You can get inflatable globes like this, where you can play with the whole world, or maybe even a smaller one like this, so you can see the different countries and you can toss it back and forth. I even have some smaller flat ones that you could get. This one just came from the dollar store. And then you can get a globe like this one. So I'm going to show you the different continents around the world. So first of all, we have the one that we live in, North America, or the one I live in. You guys might be somewhere else when you're watching this. Here we have South America. Then if you come over, we've got Africa, we have Europe, we have Asia, we have, whoops, oh, I almost forgot. We have the purple one, Australia, and all the way down at the bottom, you can't see it, it's the white one, it is Antarctica. There's lots of different ways you can get to all these places too. Now, normally you'd be able to go on an airplane or maybe a train, or my favorite way to travel is by cruise ship. And this is an inflatable version of one of the cruise ships that I work on. I work with the children on the cruise ship, and this is how I love to travel the world. So maybe you guys could pretend like you're on a cruise ship or an airplane or a train, and that you're traveling to somewhere very cool and new and exciting. Or I'm going to give you some ideas of ways that you can pretend to travel the world. So my first one is going to be, this is one of the masks that I picked up in Italy. So maybe you guys can make a mask with some of your craft supplies, and you can put on your mask and you can have a masquerade ball and pretend like you're in Italy. Then if you want to, you could travel to Mexico. I have a tiny sombrero. You can make maracas. You could even use an Easter egg and some spoons to make maracas. And then you could have Taco Tuesday and make tacos with your family and have a Mexican fiesta. You could get binoculars, or maybe you could even make them out of toilet paper rolls, and then you could go around and you could pretend like you were having an African safari and look for all kinds of animals. You could even set up some of your stuffed animals and you could go on African safari, or maybe you could go in your backyard and go on a bug safari. You could pretend like you're traveling to Spain, and you could put on a fancy dress and get a fan or make a fan, and then you could pretend like you are a flamenco dancer in Spain. You could get some building blocks or something that you have where you can build a tower, and you can build some of the skyscrapers that are all over the world, or you can make it into the Leaning Tower of Pisa that they have in Italy, and maybe you can make or order some pizza that night so you could pretend like you're in Italy. Let's see, what else could you do? Oh, I know. You could travel to Abu Dhabi, and you could rub your magic lamp, and you could sit on a carpet or a rug that you have in your house, and you could pretend like you're flying through the sky and exploring the world like Aladdin on his magic carpet ride. You could go to Australia. You can make a boomerang, and you could go and you could jump around like you're an Australian kangaroo, and then you could pretend like you're sleeping like a koala. So you could jump like a kangaroo and then sleep like a koala, and jump like a kangaroo and sleep like a koala. What else? Ooh, you could put on a ballet like the Russian ballerinas. You could put on Swan Lake, or one of my favorite things would be to make your own Russian doll. So these are some of the ones that I have from Russia, and you open them up and they have more dolls inside. So if you see inside mine, There's another one. And then you keep opening them, and there's more and more and more. So if you want to, you can get your moms and dads or grandparents to go on the computer, on the internet, and there's ways that you can make your own Russian doll. There's one like this, where you color it and then you add strips of paper so they fit inside each other. Or there's ones like this that you can color, and there's a big one too, and then a small one, and they'll all fit inside each other. So maybe you could make a Russian doll. So there's all kinds of cool ways that you can pretend to travel the world and stay in your own house or in your own backyard. All right. So I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge. This might be a good one for some of the older ones. I'm going to hold up a shape of a continent, and I want to see if you can tell me what continent you think it is. Ready? Here we go. Anybody guess? It's okay if you don't know. This is a great way to learn. It's pretty big. It's got some things that jut out. I will give you a hint. I believe this part is Spain that's sticking out. Did that give you a hint? I bet if you saw the boot over here, this doesn't quite look like a boot, but I think that's what they were trying for. So this is Europe. Okay, next up is going to be where I have a lot of friends from this continent. I have a lot of friends from Argentina and Chile and Colombia and Peru and Brazil. Where is this? This one is called South America. All right, this one is the next one. What do you think about this one? One of my best friends lives here, and so do the koalas and the kangaroos. Any guesses? That's right, that one's Australia. All right, what about this one? This is a good one. This actually has 3 countries, and one of them I was born in, and one of them is where I live now. And then the other one is where I have some of my friends. So this is, did you guess it? That's right, North America, and it includes Canada, United States, and Mexico. All right, so this is a big one. What do you think about this one? This is where you could go on safari. Did you get it? That's right, it's Africa. Good job. All right, so that means I have one left. This is a very big one. It has lots and lots of islands sticking out of it. Lots of countries, very, very big countries. This one starts with an A. Asia, that's right. Awesome. All right, now I'm gonna show you a picture of a little boy or a little girl, a little cartoon, and see if you can figure out what country that they might be from. So I'm gonna start off with this little girl. Where do you think she might live? 3, 2, 1. If you said Japan, then you are correct. Okay, next one is, make sure I cover it up so you can't see. Where is this little boy from? That hat looks familiar. You think you know? 3, 2, 1. He's from Mexico. All right, this one is a little girl this time, and she has a really pretty dress on. This might be tough, I don't know. Maybe you could just take a guess. Otherwise, you'll get to learn something today. So don't be discouraged if you can't get it right. 3, 2, 1. This little girl is from Germany. All right, now, where do you think this boy is from? He looks like he's wearing a skirt, but I think it's a kilt. Does that give you a hint? This little boy is from 3, 2, 1, Scotland. All right, the next one, where do you think she's from? She's wearing red and white, and she might be a flamenco dancer. If you because she's from 3, 2, 1, Spain. All right. This one is another little girl. She's got a really cool hat on, and she's got wooden shoes, and she has pigtails and a tulip on her dress. Does that give you any clues? Do you know? 3, 2, 1. She is Dutch, and she's from Holland. That's where Amsterdam is. Maybe she's from Amsterdam. All right, what about this one? Little boy wearing a t-shirt. I bet you can recognize this one. Where is he from? 3, 2, 1. That's right. He's from the USA. He's American. I don't have one from the country that I'm from. Does anybody know where I was born? It's not in the USA. How about, Canada? That's right. That's where I was born, but now I live in the USA. All right, where do you think this girl is from? She has a very pretty dress on. She has earrings. Where do you think she's from? You ready? 3, 2, 1. She's from India. Okay, I have 2 left. Let's do this one. She's got a hula skirt on and a flower lei. I bet you guys are gonna get this one right away. I bet she likes to go surfing and swimming at the beach in 3, 2, 1, in Hawaii. All right. This one has a very cool looking outfit on and a nice hat. Where do you think he's from? 3, 2, 1. He's from Africa. All right, so there's all my little children here. Now, these might be tough. So again, this is a good thing for some of my older viewers out there. I'm gonna show you a landmark or a famous thing that is in some of these countries, and I wanna see if you know where this might be, or maybe what it's called. And again, don't be upset if you don't get it right. This is a great way to learn. And after you're finished with this video, maybe if you really like to learn about different countries, you could get some books about different countries or look it up on the internet. There's all kinds of things you can learn about. You can find different landforms and different things. There's different places with flat land and volcanoes and mountains and beaches and palm trees. There's lots of different things you can learn about. You can learn about different outfits and different music from different countries. You can learn about different cultures and different foods and things that children do in different countries. There's all kinds of things that you can do and you can pretend like you're traveling without ever leaving home. All right, so my first picture, bring it closer for you. Do you know where this might be? I think the things in the background kind of give it away, don't they? Any guesses? 3, 2, 1. This is called the Sphinx, and then there's the pyramids in the background. This one is in Egypt. All right, this next one is one of my favorites. Let's see if you know it. Can you see it? There we go, that's a little bit better. Do you know where this might be? It is in Paris, and it is called the Eiffel Tower. So maybe if you want to pretend like you're in France, you could go and you could maybe get some sandwiches and you could go outside and have a picnic and pretend like you're eating a picnic underneath the Eiffel Tower. All right, have you seen this one before? I've been here before. This one is in New York in the United States, and it's called the Statue of Liberty. All right, now I don't think you guys are gonna get this one, but maybe you'll surprise me. What about this one? It is a very, very, very tall tower, and it's in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, or UAE, and it is called the Burj Khalifa. And I've seen this one, but unfortunately I did not get to go to the top of it. And they have some amazing fireworks for New Year's Eve. Okay, what about this next one? I've been here too. We used to be able to see this from the cruise ship when we docked here. This one is in Australia. Do you know what it might be? It looks like it's right on the water. It is called the Sydney Opera House. Where do you think this might be? Did you figure it out? This one is in London, and I believe it is the Tower Bridge. You would think it would be London Bridge, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't, because I remember standing on London Bridge taking a picture of Tower Bridge. But if you think that might be London Bridge, maybe you can look it up and prove me wrong. All right, so what about this next one? This looks beautiful, and I have never been there yet, but it looks amazing. It's in India. Do you know what it's called? The Taj Mahal. All right, if you were paying attention, I've already given this one away. What do you think? It looks a little crooked, doesn't it? It's because it's called the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Not the Leaning Tower of Pizza. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. All right, what about this beautiful place here? This is a church in Russia. All right, I have one left. It's another bridge, and it's in the United States. And it's in California. Do you know what it's called? It's the Golden Gate Bridge in California, in San Francisco. All right, so I hope that you learned a little bit about the beautiful world that we live in and the beautiful country and all the things that we have in it. And I hope that you got some ideas of how you can pretend to travel the world this summer without ever leaving your house. All right, ahoy there. Safe travels.